All right, so we're moving on to the next phase of this trail build. I'm not even sure what we're calling the trail yet, but if you remembered, we bench cut and built a few berms, and now we're gonna continue onwards. So where we're picking up is this section. We got a berm here. In this section, you can tell by all the ferns here, the soil here is very organic. It's actually pretty, I don't want to say wet, but early season, this area is very wet. So this doesn't become rideable until a few months into the riding season. So I want to make this rideable for longer. So what I need to do is, we're carrying more speed out of this turn now, which is good. So I want to do something over here to maintain more speed down. 2, there's a low point there, and this is kind of where a lot of the water funnels to anyway. I want to build a little bit of a low point or depression in the trail right here, so the water that is in the trail decides it wants to go that way. And then secondly, or thirdly, I guess at this point, I think I might build a little bit of a water bar on inside of this berm that connects to the depression. So I guess that's 2.A or something like that. Then I think I'm gonna have to take out these trees, maybe all 3 of these, because when we lean into the turn here, like our face is almost smacking these trees, and that is sending us into that ash tree in the back. So I think I'll take out those 3 trees. I'll use some of that dirt and pull it up and make a little bit of a berm. You don't need much. And then I'm okay with that next part being natural, I think. I don't know. We'll kind of cross that bridge once we get there. But for now, I want to make this part drain well. So that's what we're going to do. Down here, I actually found a pretty good band of like medium-sized rocks. I can't find any right now, but you know, some good rocks that I used as a base, and then put some of this stuff over it. I didn't want to build this up too much, just enough where this stuff is going to compact way more than that stuff, which is all organic. So maybe this will help us out come springtime next year. Anyway, I took out those 3 trees. Well, I cut them down. Now I'm going to use excavator to rip them out. And we're going to start building a berm here. I haven't decided what we're building here yet. I think it would be kind of cool to have a little bit of a jump into a turn or something. But either way, I still want to finish up this drainage and whatnot. I've been thinking about this a little bit more. I think I can get a little bit more, some valuable dirt out of that section. And by grabbing dirt, that will also lower that spot versus that bed right there. And that will help water drain to the side. So that should be the highest point in this area, allowing this to be the driest. Hopefully this idea works out. So this section is actually way more frustrating than I expected. I didn't realize there was going to be so many big rocks like right underneath the surface. So it's made the process a little bit more time consuming than I want, and I've definitely made a little bit more of a mess. Okay, a lot of bit more of a mess than I wanted to. So for the time being, I just need to step out of the machine and kind of go for a quick walk and get my thoughts together and come back and we'll tackle this. I think I'll be able to make this pretty in a second. The whole idea is like I'm trying to elevate this above this surface, so that should remain drier. That's the hopes. But never know how it goes until you finish building. right, that's where I'm gonna wrap up for today. I have a few things I need to do tonight, so I wish I could have finished this up, but I think I'm at a good point. Got quite a bit done, so definitely gives me a lot of opportunity to make some improvements next time. All right, we're back out today, and it's supposed to rain, so the goal is to get this berm all dialed in and prettified, packed, ready to go. But before I do that, I want to build a little bit more of a berm here. Let me step back to show you what's going on. So we're going to be kind of like jumping into this, and then over there I want to have another berm to like, so essentially we'll be jumping into a berm and then jumping out, and I want a little bit of a catch where the excavator is. So I think where the bucket is, I'm going to dig down a little bit, get a little bit of material from there, pile it on the outside, and yeah, I think we should be good to go from there. So all right, so we got this all packed up. You can see that this is still somewhat soft. This is mostly composed of like this organic topsoil, which isn't ideal. Like, I really don't like building with this stuff. But that being said, this will be a good natural test, because like over there, I was able to find some, you can see like slightly grayer stuff. So I was able to find some more clay-based soil there. I didn't want to dig down too deep. And then on the other side, I was able to find that as well. So that area and that area have decent soil. This, I initially tried building it with good stuff, but I just couldn't find anything unless I dug down really deep. And as you can see, I kept running into more and more rocks. So we're gonna see if this works. This is going to be a test to see how this holds up over the years, or see how long this takes to dry out. And you know, who knows, maybe this is a suitable building application, or maybe it's not. Maybe I'll have to come back and kind of revisit this down the road. But since these are my trails, I can kind of experiment with different building methods and see what works and what doesn't. And fast forward, I think it's like 3 to 4 months later, yeah, this is a trail. We haven't done any more work to the trail since, but I wanted to show you how this has kind of grown in and set up after a few rainstorms. This dirt is nice and hard. Ferns are starting to grow in where we kind of dug it all up. So, you know, once all these leaves fall and we leaf blow it, this section will look pretty inconspicuous, I think. With that being said, let's go test, or let's go show you how this rides, because it rides really well. Haley and I have been lapping it a ton lately.
Almost every other day.
Okay, that's an exaggeration, but we've been out here quite a bit. Alright, so we're going to do a lap from the top now, and we're going to follow Haley. Haley's actually gotten better at the drop that we built originally, so time for her to show off her skills. Putting you on the spot here.
Working on the stone wall then.
Ready?
Ready, go!
Alright, for me, like, the biggest uncertainty about this whole project was how this berm was going to set up, because if you remember, I was using a lot of like organic topsoil stuff, and all things considered, most of like the slippery stuff has like washed off, because like when we initially built it, it was a little bit squirrely, but like after like 1 or 2 rainstorms, it actually set up really good. The other thing is, I was kind of curious to know how this would drain, because it's not that high off the ground and hasn't been an issue at all. Like no water has pulled up here at all. Even in like big rainstorms, it's been good. So we'll have to see how it sets up in the spring. But I will say, I'm so excited to do something here. I think the plan is, so right now the trail kind of goes off that rock, which we call Haley's Comet. Goes that way and kind of down the hill. I think I've been trying to eye up something, either come over there or through here, and then thinking about, oh, those are prickers. Those are prickers. Trying to cross the washout. So this is about 40. Yeah, this is about a 40-foot span right here. So there's a few things we can do, but I think I want to try to route the trail over to that side and use that. That's the end of washout on the other side. So if we have both of the trails kind of end there and then swing back, we'll only have one trail. Like we'll have like the big merge over there, which will make things a lot easier. But we'll cross that bridge once we get there. For the time being, I have some more videos. I should add, we've also built a completely like whole new trail in the meantime. So there's going to be a whole another project we started sometime last year. So it should be a pretty cool project. Anyways, thanks for watching this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace. All right, if you're still around, here's kind of a quick sneak peek of where the other trail ends. It comes out right there. So trust me, we've been very busy, and eventually we'll show you. It's a pretty cool project. I'm pretty pumped with this one. Probably more pumped with this one than that one. Okay, another sneak peek, and I'm done.